So on the plus side, I'm feeling very positive today, feeling very motivated to get some stuff done. I'm continuing what I'm calling my big summer project, which involves a lot of different stuff, but long story short, basically, I'm just trying to do a bunch of cleaning, organization, get a bunch of projects done that I've put off since last year. However, on the minus side, I need to do some work outside. And for one, it's really hot today. It's like 96 or 97 degrees. And two, this area has not been very well tended. So I'm gonna explain to you what's going on out here.
Excellent!
So here on the side of my house, we had this patio cover installed at the end of 2019, and that was immediately put to use by storing a bunch of stuff underneath it because we immediately transitioned into the beginning of 2020 and having all the work done inside the house. The remodel that I covered pretty extensively here on my channel, however, that was the beginning of 2020, and we all know what the rest of 2020 was like. So a lot of the stuff that was stored out here temporarily ended up being stored out here for a much longer period of time, and a lot of it has gotten pretty dusty and dirty and messy. And then, as of, I don't know, a couple months ago, I had another situation, and that was up here above my head, actually up above the garage where I work. I had roof rats. To try to figure out the situation with that, I set up some surveillance cameras to kind of monitor their movements. I figured out this area along here was one of their common paths to go back and forth. These are the rain gutters that I installed, which have done quite well, although they did give me a really hard time when I installed them. And then I had a piece going from here across over here to drain, just sort of temporarily set up, and it worked pretty well for a couple seasons. But they're actually going from this wall here and running across that to go up there, and that's how they were accessing there. And then they were crawling through up there to get into the attic, or the area up above the drywalled inside of my garage. After monitoring their movements for some time, I solved the situation with some bait traps. The problem with the rats is now solved. However, I do now have the remaining issue, which is that they created quite a mess out here. That's in addition to the mess that it already was out here, because a lot of stuff had just been sitting for like a year to a year and a half. So for starters today, I just need to do a bunch of cleaning. I need to clean off some of these shelves where they were crawling and leaving a bunch of icky rat residue. I'm gonna wear a mask for that. I need to take down the cameras that I set up because they're not really in use anymore. Get rid of those traps off the roof. So I'm gonna get to work on that, and we'll see how much I can get done in the next hour or two before it starts to get really hot today. Zip tie method. Reclaim this tripod so I can set up some time-lapse action, and I've also reclaimed my ladder so I can go and remove those bait traps. These here spiky ball nests, that means you got yourself some brown widows, which are pretty prevalent in these parts. This one is tucked back in right here. Dead now. Okay, it's about 1 p.m. We've gone from late morning to early afternoon. I've made a decent amount of progress out here. My goals are to set up some usable space because I need to have space that's clean in order to work on it. I've also been recovering a few items that were left out here long term that are actually useful, so moving some of those inside. I want to get rid of anything like this where stuff had been sort of stacked up, and so there's space behind it where it's just got a bunch of debris and probably various types of animals living back there. There's like a whole ecosystem that's developed back in this area, which is kind of fun. Other than the rats here, we also had possums. There was a raccoon that came and lived here for a day. That was kind of fun. But also lots of cabinetry from our old kitchen. My intent was to sort of immediately start building new cupboards and stuff out here, but obviously it wasn't able to move forward with that. But getting stuff away from the walls so I can actually clean out behind there is important. And then I've actually been digging out some stuff like this wood. Remember these walnut slabs? I want to make shelves with these in the living rooms. So just getting these out and dusting them off I was like, oh, that's cool, that's exciting. This thing was filthy, and if you don't recognize this, it's just an IKEA tabletop. But if you go back to my oldest videos when I was still in the apartment, this was my little table that I could sort of pop out and have in front of me to work on, so it's still here. Gonna continue out here tomorrow. Should be able to get an earlier start, and Joe's gonna be here too. For now, I'm gonna do some stuff inside where there's air conditioning. I almost forgot it's Tuesday, so I have to post a video that I shot yesterday. So I just got the edit from Joe. It's rendering out. I'm having a sandwich. Just making a quick YouTube thumbnail. Boop, 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 boop. And oh yeah, outer glow. There we go. Perfect. Alright, new video is posted to Reddit, and tweeted. Yay. Gonna try to do one more useful thing today. We have a Nest power connector here because our Nest thermostat, the 3rd gen learning thermostat, still is not working properly. I mentioned this in the last video, but to try to sum up quickly, we are currently jumpering our thermostat to get the AC to stay on. AC is working just fine, but basically the situation is we're missing a C wire here. The C wire is the thing that will help to keep charged or powered the fancier thermostats like this one, as opposed to the older style ones that don't require power. The Nest is supposed to be able to charge itself off of the existing wires here because it's a 24-volt system, but some do not work properly, and that causes the AC to like cycle, or sometimes called pulse, when the thermostat loses power or runs out of battery, which it can do fairly quickly if it's not charging properly, as quickly as a couple years, and we've had this for a couple years now. Temporary solution was to charge it overnight via the USB port on the back, and that did work like for one day, but then the next day it kind of stopped working, so pretty sure the battery on this is just toast. But they have this specifically for this situation. You install this on the AC unit side on the circuit board, so I'm gonna do that right now. Gonna turn off the breaker for the AC. Right over here. You can see YGWRC. Took a picture of the existing setup and used little stickers to label the Y, W, and R wires. I have an extra one in the Y, but the ones I'm worried about are the ones that are coming from this cable here, because that's the one that goes over to the thermostat. And now I just gotta follow this guide and install the wires like so. There it is. All wired in. Now I can use a little sticky pad. There we go. Breaker back on. Let's see if that did it. Ooh, thinking. Oh, that's new. Maybe it got smarter. Ah, I see. Ta-da! People got mad at me that it was set to 78 last time, so now it's at 77. It's the next day now, and I'm very happy to say that that Nest additional power thing seems to totally be working. The AC was functional up until we turned off the AC last night, and it's working great again this morning, and it's not doing the cycle thing or anything like that. So if any of you guys happen to be having that same issue, consider getting that Nest power adapter because it totally works, and it wasn't too difficult to install. Today though, trying to keep the goals pretty simple. So anything outside that's leaning up against the house, I want to get it not leaning up against the house so we can clean it out underneath there. Second thing for outside is I need some usable space out there. So some of the tabletops, I need to make sure I've at least got a tabletop or two cleaned off. So if I need to take anything from here in the garage, move it out there temporarily so that next week, as I continue work inside the garage, I have functional space. And then the third thing is, you guys might have noticed there's still one giveaway item back here, the water-cooled PC. That has been drying out for a little bit longer than I originally planned, but it's nice and dry now. Gonna pack that up and get it shipped out too. And I have help today. Look, it's Joe.
Representing Godzilla.
Joe wanted to show off his Godzilla shirt. What do you guys think of that?
Badass.
It's pretty cool. Let's get some initial wipe downs going. Trying to clear stuff off here that's still useful, like the camping grill right there. And we've made a little open space right here where we can stack stuff once it's been cleaned off. Oh look, it's an Oculus Rift. I promise, it's just the retail box. It's not, oh look, we got the touch controllers too.
It's like, this is the work environment that Paul provides for me. Puts me in danger of these damn things.
They're trying to...
So there's gonna be more over there for sure.
make it a safer work environment, you know?
Yeah, I got a whole family.
Oh, those are just some Black Widows. It's no big deal. Doggy's just chilling here. We're making so much progress here. So this is going to be the functional, usable area right over here. Have a little bit more storage right here for some stuff that's sort of in limbo for now. This pile of useful wood now has cabinets and stuff on top of it as well, and I may or may not be making further use of those cabinets. I had my plans back in the day, but now we got to reassess. And look at this! Joe's cleaning up behind this wall. This is really gross back there, but it's looking way better now. Good job, Joe. Joe is working really hard, even though he's taking it easy because just had his mandibles lubricated, so obviously that requires a good amount of recovery time.
Severed.
I'm pretty dang sweaty now. We've been working for, I don't know, an hour or two out here. It's early afternoon now, so here's what we got accomplished. The stuff on this side is stuff that might still get spiders and stuff in it, and that's okay for now, but most of the wood pile is up and off the ground, and then over here, except for this one large plank, but I'll figure something out for that. Most of the stuff is away from the wall where stuff was leaned up against it. We have a little bit more temporary storage here, a nice functional workable table right here where I can stack stuff from inside if I need to temporarily. Surround sound has been reinstalled, of course. These bags are just foam pieces and stuff like that, so I'll be using some of that to ship that PC out. But for now, we're done with the outside work. Let's have lunch. And now we feast at Carl's. It's good stuff. Burger, right?
I know it looks weird, huh?
We had a very nice lunch. We now basically have one thing left to do this afternoon, and that is get this PC packed and shipped. So I'm going to start off by reconnecting these tubes. Oh, I did that to the wrong place. Oops. It's alright. It's flexible. That's why the tubing is flexible. Flexible to be reattached in completely the wrong spot. Whenever I ship a fully built PC, my main concern is the graphics card in there because it's hanging around, it can bounce around during shipping. So I have two ways of handling that. One is to pull the graphics card out, just ship it separately, and then the whoever receives the PC can install it when it arrives. Can't really do that for this system. So my second method is to just pack the entire interior of the case with as much foam as possible. I'm gonna do that out in the other room where the AC can work better.
Go ahead.
Just shoot the table. It's a style. It's a stylized shot. You know?
Yeah, totally.
Bread knife. Works great for that. Little notch for the tube there. Perfect. So that's packed in there pretty well with foam. I think that should be okay for shipping. And while we can't give Michael the completely new experience, we'll at least try to give him a little bit of the similar experience. We'll replace some of this protective film. Actually. Now we can do the peel and everything when it arrives too.
Oh, no.
No.
Something broke.
It's okay. I can reinforce this. Last step here is to take all of our retail boxes, which has all the accessories and anything in case Winner ever wants to do work on the system and anything. And also some important stuff like, I don't know if this will ever be made use of, but this is the cooler for the RX 6800 XT that's in there. I just taped it all back up with all the screws and whatnot, so if he ever wanted to unwater cool the graphics card, he could. And that's going in here along with all the other boxes. Call it 52 pounds. System's packed up and ready to go. I did the shipping for it. That cost $150 for both of these packages. It's a little bit cheaper shipping stateside. That's via UPS ground. And just in case you're wondering, the grand total for shipping for all the prizes for that summer event was $170 to ship the CPU to the UK, $272 to ship the graphics card to France. That has arrived, by the way. Joseph even sent me a picture of it arriving, so thanks Joseph for that. I hope you enjoy that graphics card. I also double checked, and it doesn't seem like I was assessed any additional import taxes or duties for either of those shipments, so that's a really good thing. Plus the $150 for this is $592 total to ship all of the giveaway prizes. Doesn't seem like that much money though when you compare it to the over $50,000 that we raised for the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles. And thanks again to all of you guys who participated in that. And I'm pretty sure I'm done talking about that event now that we're getting this shipped out. Speaking of, let's go. Oh, I should get these. That's heavy.
You forgot one.
What?
You forgot one.
Grab the other one.
Yeah.
Package just dropped off. Thank you very much. No problem. Have a good one. Glasses. All right, package has been delivered, and I want to say thank you to Joe for helping me out today. Thanks to all you guys for watching this video, because I've had fun making it. I've had fun just getting stuff done. I know it's a little bit different than the usual content that I make, but I don't care, because I'm getting things done, right?
Or else it wouldn't get done.
Exactly, otherwise it wouldn't get done. Thanks for watching the video. Do all the things down below and click the buttons and visit my store and all that good stuff. We'll see you guys this Sunday for tech news. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.